They look like ordinary nickels, but hiding among them are rare errors that could make you thousands, or even millions, of dollars richer. The 1964 and 1973 U.S. nickels hold shocking secrets, with mistakes so rare that collectors will pay a fortune to own them. Could one of these hidden gems be sitting in your pocket change right now? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why these coins are worth far more than just 5 cents. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel, a coin so common that millions of people have held one in their hands without a second thought. But what if I told you that some of these seemingly ordinary nickels are worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Hidden among the billions of 1964 nickels are rare errors, secret minting variations, and a handful of ultra-valuable specimens that collectors are desperately searching for. And some of these are still out there, waiting to be found. In 1964, the U.S. Mint was in crisis. Silver prices were rising, people were hoarding coins, and the government was scrambling to meet the demand for everyday currency. This led to one of the highest mintages of any nickel in history. Over 2 billion coins struck between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But in the rush to produce these nickels, mistakes were made. And some of those mistakes have turned into jackpot discoveries for lucky collectors. One of the most valuable errors you could find is the 1964 D/D repunched mint mark, also known as the D/D RPM. This occurs when the Denver Mint mistakenly stamped the D mint mark twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. While it may seem like a small flaw, collectors are willing to pay significant amounts for well-preserved examples. Some high-grade repunched mint mark nickels have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And if you have one in top condition, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. But repunched mint marks are just the beginning. One of the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1964 nickel is something known as the full steps variety. Normally, the Monticello design on the back of the nickel is weakly struck, making it difficult to see all 6 steps of the building. But in extremely rare cases, the coin was struck with such precision that the steps are completely visible and undisturbed. These nickels are exceptionally hard to find, and collectors pay a premium for them. A pristine full steps 1964 nickel can sell for $10,000 or more at auction. In fact, some have reached staggering prices far beyond what most people expect from a 5-cent coin. And then, there's the mystery of the 1964 SMS nickel. Unlike regular circulation nickels, these were struck with an entirely different finish, sharp details, smooth fields, and a satin-like surface. What makes these coins even more intriguing is that they were never officially released. The U.S. Mint has no official records of producing them, yet a few have surfaced over the years. Only around 20 of these SMS nickels are known to exist. And when one appears at an auction, the bidding war is intense. The highest recorded sale for a 1964 SMS nickel? A jaw-dropping $32,900. And that number could climb even higher in the future. Now, you might be wondering, how do you find one of these valuable coins? The answer is simpler than you might think. Rare nickels can turn up anywhere. In pocket change, in old jars of coins, even in bank rolls that have been sitting untouched for decades. Some collectors have discovered valuable errors simply by searching through everyday transactions. One lucky finder picked up a roll of nickels from the bank, only to discover a full steps 1964 D nickel inside, worth thousands of dollars. Another collector inherited an old coin collection, only to realize one of the nickels was an SMS variety worth tens of thousands. These discoveries aren't just myths, they happen more often than you'd think. Of course, spotting these rare nickels requires a keen eye. If you're searching for valuable 1964 nickels, the first thing you need is a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the mint mark, check for any signs of doubling, and inspect the steps of Monticello. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance might reveal incredible value under closer examination. Weighing your nickel can also provide clues. While standard nickels weigh 5 grams, some rare error coins might have slight deviations that make them even more valuable. Beyond the repunched mint marks, full steps varieties, and SMS nickels, there are other errors to watch for. Some 1964 nickels were struck on misaligned dies, creating off-center designs that collectors find highly desirable. Others were struck on planchets that were clipped, meaning a portion of the coin is missing due to an error in the cutting process. Then there are broad-struck errors, where the coin wasn't properly contained within the collar during striking, causing it to spread out wider than normal. Each of these errors makes a coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay premiums for well-preserved examples. And here's something even more exciting. New discoveries are still being made. Some of the rarest error coins weren't even recognized until years after they were minted. This means that some incredibly valuable 1964 nickels may still be out there, hidden in collections, piggy banks, or even circulating unknowingly in everyday transactions. Could you be the one to uncover the next major find? One of the most incredible things about numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is that anyone can get started. You don't need to be an expert to hunt for valuable coins. All it takes is curiosity, patience, and attention to detail. And when you finally spot that rare error, that hidden treasure among the ordinary, the excitement is unparalleled. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel is more than just a common 5-cent piece. It's a coin with secrets, a coin with history, and for those who know what to look for, it's a coin that could be worth an absolute fortune. So the next time you come across a 1964 nickel, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might just be holding a small piece of numismatic gold. The 1973 US nickel might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but what if I told you it could be worth hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars? Hidden within everyday circulation, there are rare error coins that collectors are desperately searching for, coins that could change your life overnight. Let's start with what makes the 1973 nickel unique. Most people handle coins without a second thought, but those in the know understand that slight imperfections and minting errors can skyrocket a coin's value. The 1973 nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of exactly 5 grams. The design, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the back, has remained largely unchanged over the years. However, it's the small details, sometimes barely noticeable to the naked eye, that set apart an ordinary coin from a rare fortune. One of the most significant factors in determining a coin's worth is the presence of mint errors. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, and they can range from subtle imperfections to dramatic mistakes that make a coin one of a kind. The U.S. Mint, despite its rigorous quality control, occasionally allows these flawed coins into circulation. And for collectors, these mistakes are gold mines. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1973 nickel is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank isn't properly aligned with the dies, causing part of the design to be missing. The more off-center the strike, the higher the potential value. A slight misalignment might only be worth a few $100s, but if a 1973 nickel is missing a significant portion of its design, its value can climb into the thousands. Another error that can turn an ordinary nickel into a collector's dream is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once with slight movement between strikes, creating a doubled image. The most valuable double die errors are those where the doubling is obvious, particularly in the date or inscriptions. If you ever come across a 1973 nickel where the words Liberty or In God We Trust appear doubled, you could be holding on to something truly valuable. Then there's the clipped planchet error, a fascinating mistake that occurs when a coin blank is improperly cut from the metal sheet. The result is a coin with a noticeable curved or straight clip missing from its edge. While some clipped planchet nickels might only be worth a modest premium, severe and dramatic clips can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. One of the most visually striking errors is the die crack or cut error. These occur when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack or breaks, leaving raised lines or blobs of metal on the finished coin. Depending on the severity of the break, these errors can significantly increase the coin's value. Collectors love these imperfections because they make each coin unique, a one-of-a-kind piece of numismatic history. There have been real-life discoveries of valuable error coins, including a case where a collector stumbled upon a 1973 nickel with a major off-center strike in his pocket change. Initially unaware of its worth, he later sold it at auction for over $10,000. Stories like these fuel the excitement among collectors and everyday people alike, reinforcing the idea that hidden treasures could be lurking in plain sight. So how do you identify a valuable 1973 nickel? The first step is careful examination. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe is essential for spotting tiny details like doubling or cracks. A digital scale can also help, as some errors involve incorrect weight due to planchet mistakes. If you believe you found a rare error, professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assign a value to your coin. But rarity isn't the only factor that dictates a coin's worth. Condition matters just as much. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state MS70, with higher grades commanding higher prices. Even a valuable error coin can lose significant value if it's heavily worn or damaged. Or can you sell a rare 1973 nickel? There are multiple avenues, from online marketplaces like eBay to specialized auction houses and reputable coin dealers. However, it's crucial to do thorough research and avoid undervaluing your coin. Scammers and unscrupulous buyers often target novice sellers, so consulting a professional before selling can help ensure you get the best price possible. Now here's the ultimate collector's tip, one that even seasoned numismatists sometimes overlook. There are rumors of a unique, never-before-seen mint error in the 1973 nickel series, one so rare that no confirmed examples have surfaced yet. Some experts speculate that a misprinted or experimental version of the nickel could be out there, waiting to be discovered. Could you be the one to find it? This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. The possibility that a life-changing discovery could be hiding in your pocket, in a jar of spare change, or in an old collection passed down through generations. The next time you come across a 1973 nickel, take a closer look. It might just be the key to an unexpected fortune. The 1964 and 1973 U.S. nickels are proof that even the smallest details can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's jackpot. If you have these coins, now is the time to check for those rare errors, because they could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And this is just the beginning. There are countless other valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Who knows? The next rare coin we uncover might be sitting in your collection right now.